Problem that we have is that moose population is down by 51% since 2005. Minnesota DNR used to track moose with collars that use GPS technology, but they stopped it because it was expensive and they didn't know if the collars worked well or if they hurt the moose. We did some research online and some radio programs, and we found Dr. Seth Moore, who is like a moose conservationist, and he works with the Ojibwe tribe in Minnesota near Grand Portage. He uses the same collars, and he discovered that they do work well, and they don't really hurt the moose, but they're not as efficient as they could be. For example, the battery only lasts about 5 years before it dies, and the information given by the GPS is limited.
So, the problems that do occur with moose is that 50% of the moose get eaten off by these larger animals like bears and wolves, and the other 40% get eaten by these parasites like these ticks and brainworms. In fact, it's so bad sometimes that these moose even have to feel like they itch off their own skin and they die because of hypothermia.
Our solution is to make an improved collar. This is one of the old collars that they used to use. They recovered it from a moose. We would have collars that were different for the male and female. The male would have solar panels along the back to increase battery life and also reduce the size of the battery because this is a pretty big battery. The females, because they need to reproduce, would have a smaller, more vest-like design with solar panels along the shoulders. And Dr. Seth Moore actually wants us to finalize these designs so we can give them to him, and then he will submit them to the country that makes these collars located in Germany. We are also going to present to the 3rd grade at our school who studies the moose as part of their curriculum.
Accelerometer and camera.
Oh, yeah. We would also have an accelerometer that would activate a camera, which would take pictures if the moose was running or swimming to see what the moose was seeing. And it might also take video if the battery allowed it. In conclusion, our solution would help track the moose more effectively and learn more about their behavior and what is the main problem with how they're dying.
Thank you.
Okay. So you actually have spoken with this Dr. Seth Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out to our school. He's a really nice guy.
Oh.
There's a picture of him right there.
Okay.
One of our team members.
And he's interested in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants it to actually
Wants this
happen.
to happen.
Okay, so he's actually, that's awesome. Did he give you some ideas on how to make things better?
Yeah, he told us
Yeah.
what would be really good for the collar. Then we actually consulted our science teacher.
Oh,
That really, he focuses in his curriculum on electricity. So he told us a lot about batteries and how to make it better, and then also the pros and cons of different kinds of solar panels. So that proved to be really helpful in creating our designs.
do you want to bring your board up a little closer so I can get your?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay, no problem. So have you guys, figured out some different costs and things on how to make this, or
Yeah,
what's the cost?
we
of
actually
this?
called a couple different companies. I called a company called Solar Solutions that is based out of Texas, and they told me that it would be pretty expensive, but there are ways around the cost, and they already have a large fund, and they're all at the Dr. Seth Moore, and he is already looking for more money. So these are already really expensive.
Yeah, it costs $8,000 to collar one moose. That includes tranquilizing the moose and getting it and putting it back and collaring it. And of course, the cost of the actual collar.
And the GPS service too.
Oh, it has GPS.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, that's how it sends signals back to the computer.
Yeah, so our only issue really is cost at this point.
Right. But you've researched on it. So have you shared this with other people? You've shared it with this Seth Moore in your third grade class?
We're planning to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, you're
That-
planning to?
It's already scheduled.
Okay, and how about any other?
I'm actually planning to do this for my science fair this year.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's awesome. You guys have a really great board. So I I think you've got a lot of citations there at Minnesota Zoo, DNR, some radio programs, something more, so you've got a lot of
And a
that.
documentary too.
I mean, he actually gave us a movie to, yeah,
Yeah.
because he suggested, in fact, it actually has his own works in there, and we got to see live. Also, I don't know if we could actually quote it, but when he came over, he did show us live footage of the process of collaring the moose. And it's very expensive, but it was very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Because they have to shoot it with a tranquilizer gun from like a helicopter.
Um, So this collar is basically gonna help track the deer or the moose so that you can figure out ways to, help increase the population or?
I mean, this is also,
Yeah.
this isn't passive data where we just collect it.
Right.
Because Seth Moore can actually, because he lives on sovereign land in Ojibwe land, he can actually control the hunting seasons between, if you have the larger animals that are threatening the moose, he can make sure that the deer and the wolves can be, the populations can be managed so that the moose can have a better chance of survival.
The other thing is that it is really important to save the moose, because like Joshua was talking about, they are pretty important. If you look at right here, you'll see that only 49% of the estimated population that was left in 2005 remains.
Yeah, it's really important to the Ojibwe people because they hunt it for food and have been for lots of years.
And this is their natural diet too. In fact, to the point where the DNR actually says that it's maybe like a formality or more of a celebration when really this is their form of subsistence. They don't eat off of what we produce in America, or mostly anyway.
Yeah.
This is our form of living, and the NDR just calls it some sort of celebration so that they can get the credits of being doing this stuff.
I'm gonna go back to, how did you guys come up with this idea? Do you
We went to the zoo and we saw the moose
Oh, yeah.
there and they had like, the exhibit of moose and they had some boards there with writing on it and it said like, moose is down, we're trying to save it. DNR tried to collar it, but they stopped. And yeah, that just kind of.
In fact, I was really surprised that we actually could get a hold of Seth Moore, because in the beginning we were just kind of looking for some general characteristics of moose, seeing if we get hands, but now that we know much more, this can actually bring us closer to a real life solution.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was talking about, Seth Moore is really a nice guy, and they helped us out with a lot of our projects. And he also lent us this
Yeah.
collar too.
This was actually recovered from a moose that was
Oh,
here.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So this is the battery. We weren't able to find the voltage because like it's sealed.
Oh, we couldn't find it.
And you don't
Yeah.
want
I think this is the sensor that sends the satellite signals.
And they marked it
GPS
for no
unit.
reading.
to, this is how it would go on a moose too. You go like,
Yeah,
so,
it hangs from
like that.
that.
Yeah.
And your solution is to improve it, and so that's kind of using some more technology that's out there now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, the market is expected to decrease in cost because these products are being more manufactured. The company that I mentioned earlier, they actually make collars for rhinos.
Yeah, and I
So-
think camels too.
Yeah, camels also.
And they said those were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys wanna?
For the mail booster, they can actually want to invest because that gives them surface area for like the solar panels and stuff.
They
Okay.
have a nice house there.
I mean, we have to really consider the moose too, because part of when the DNR shut off the systems is because they thought this was inhumane, because what they were saying is that the calves were being abandoned by their mothers because although we want to make sure that if we wanted to get grants from anywhere, that this looks like the most humane solution as possible. Because if we did try to go with that original collar design and add all those additional extensions, that would, first of all, not have the pounder ratio, because it can only be 5% of moose's total weight.
That's 60 pounds.
Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
it from the Ojibwe tribe, possibly.
We're hoping to maybe get grants from the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't really worked much of that out yet.
Okay, so you're gonna try to keep in contact with this Seth Moore and try
Yeah.
to keep going with
Definitely.
this idea? It's a real life.
Yeah, he is really pushing us to, like, actually finalize the design and get, like, hard measurements and actual parts.
Because if we could actually do this, again, we could send it to Germany and they can actually come through a process, and if solar energy comes up,
This could really be on moose and wild, and this could like actually help out moose and maybe figure out what's killing all the moose, and we could save the moose.
Anything else?
I think that's about it, really.
All right, it is. We have a lot of research, so.
Thank you.